Yeah, this is a very interesting question, and it's also a very a challenging question. So if we look at, maybe if you allow me to deal with the second part of your questions first. So capitalism, how would we define capitalism? So maybe in an elaborate manner, so and try to capture all the elements, it's the economic system fundamentally actually based on extraction of finite primary resources. It is facilitated by a money printing privilege of the financial institutions, and it is also looking for, it's focused on this optimal allocation between private capital and hired labor, with a view to maximize, right, the maximization. So the growth pursuit is very important here of goods and services to, again, also maximize the returns to shareholders. In this overall process, it's actually paying scant regard to the outcomes to alike, I would say, the employees, the communities and the environment. And we can see this represented by, with respect to employees, the alienation of the workforce, right? Again, by the hidden epidemic of mental illnesses, and of course by the deprivation of our environment, as we currently see in the climate calamities we're faced with. So that's the definition, again, very expansive definition of capitalism. And now coming back to your first question, so to what extent does it actually explain, do economics explain our capitalist system? And I would say they do so partially and on the surface. Right, so they're very good at explaining maybe the supply and demand dynamic, maybe some price issues. But what it is failing to actually unearth currently are some of the elements which might be too intricate, right? So an element of intricacy might be, as I already referred to, it's not very well understood till this day, the money printing privilege of financial institutions in this duopoly with central banks. I would also say, not very well understood with respect to, in the US, a federal court decision, which is called Citizen United in 2010, which allowed major corporations and wealthy donors to actually participate in unlimited, political party funding. And that, again, to the detriment of the individual private citizen. It might have to do with the fact also in respect to elements that are invisible. Again, I've already alluded to the carbon dioxide externality element, but there's also the injustice, which is not, coming to the fore, to the front of the analysis of our current economics. It might have to do with the depravity. I think, again, these are elements that are not very well, researched or not, extensively researched by our current economics, or explained at least by our economics. There's also the hidden aspect to it. If you think about the outcome of the mental illness, our propensity, or at least if you look at the number of people that are currently addicted to opioids, currently both in the US and in Europe, the addiction, and again, the hidden nature to antidepressants, anti-anxiety, sleeping pills, right? So these are outcomes. And the last one, I would say, even our current economics is not very good because we sweep it under the carpet, is in the way we actually deal with the some of the stories that, what I would call the decoy stories told by the lobby sector. And of course, the major tax optimization / evasion schemes, again, to the benefit of the big corporations and wealthy individuals. So again, economics very good at explaining the surface of it, but I think it's doing a dismal job at looking at all the trends and influences and the developments underneath that surface.